Who run it?
Yeah.
Who run the world?
Girls.
And this of it all, like I know it's for me.
All of you are entrepreneurs.
That we are empowered, we are educated, and we all been there. If you over a certain age and stage, you've been there.
You grew up with a scarcity mindset. You'll always put limitations on your money, whether you do it consciously or unconsciously.
And encourage and push out to just, you can run the world. And I can do anything except for fly. I still think I can. Some days.
Find a way to open up yourself and be your own light so you can continue to attract more light. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, welcome back to another episode of On Purpose with Stacey J. I have some phenomenal women in the place with me today. And guess what? It's Ladies' Day. It's Women's Day up in this
Yes,
joint. Y'all notice something different. It ain't no what? It ain't no men up in here.
Run it.
Yeah. Who run the world?
Girls.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So I'm excited to have these powerhouses in the house with me today. And we're going to go around. I'm going to ask each one of you to introduce yourself. But when you introduce yourself, I'm going to ask you to share one word that expresses where you are today, like how you feel, whether it's about this experience or just where you are overall. One word, say your name, and what's your word?
Lakeisha Renee, I'm going to still rock with amazing.
Amazing.
I'm gonna rock with amazing.
Amazing. Lakisha Renee. Loving Lakisha.
Yes, that too.
Loving Lakisha.
I'm Desiree Rivers. Most people call me Des. And I'm going to say I'm grateful for today.
You grateful?
Grateful.
Why grateful?
I feel like I'm grateful because there are a lot of things I feel like that's going on in my life. Some great, some not so great.
Mm-hmm.
But in the midst of it all, like I know it's for me. It's necessary. So
Yes. I love that.
And I am Prea Epps. Des stole my words, so I'm going to say blessed.
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 You definitely are blessed. I had the opportunity to get to know you over the phone. It was very inspiring. And that's how all the women are in my life, though. I'm so excited. Well, the women that I keep in my life. How about I say there you go. There you go. The women I keep loose in my life. So we're going to jump right into this. All of you are entrepreneurs, which I'm very excited to be able to say that. I'm a new entrepreneur. And so I'm excited to see sitting next to some of you seasoned women and soak up all I can get from you. And I want to ask, first of all, for each of you, I want to learn just a little bit more about your businesses and what you do. So I'm going to start with you. Amazing.
I get to be first.
Yes, you get to go first. Listen, that will never, ever happen again. Listen, y'all, I got in trouble for not picking her first, and that ain't never happening again. Let's be clear.
You adding to the problem, Stacey, and I appreciate it. As I mentioned, I'm Lakeisha Renee. She shoots two, empowering women beyond the target. It's a female-inspired firearms group for women like yourself, the everyday woman, where the goal is that we are empowered, we are educated, and we are informed about being the first line of defense for our own safety. That's it in the nutshell. My vision was simple because when I started participating in the range almost 2 years ago, it was just on a not date. Right, I wasn't on a date, but he performed or acted as if we were on a date, and I had already had a love for this field. My undergrad is in criminal justice from Temple. No one really knew that. I had applied for, FBI. However, when I went to the range that particular day, something clicked for me. I was also dealing with healing from my sister's traumatic experience. Well, not experience, traumatic passing. She was murdered, and in that space I was angry, and I didn't recognize or realize that when I was in there shooting, it was such a therapeutic space. Even though the not date was happening, I said I have to come back here. And from June 4th, 2024, I continued to go back, and then I just had a vision. My trainer's over there, which is also my partner, here with me. He, was checking on me at that time, and I said, I got an idea. More women should be here to know and understand that we are our first line of defense, and we are capable and able to protect ourselves. And I choose, obviously, the firearm. However, there's other ways to do that too, but that was my decision in that time. I started that September, and here we are now.
Awesome. You said so much in that moment, and the one thing that stood out to me the most, aside from the journey and what you're doing right now, is the fact that you lost your sister in such a
and my
tragic
nephew.
way, and your nephew
Yes.
in such a tragic way.
Thank you.
I'm very sorry, and we've experienced that in our family as well, so I definitely can relate. Do you think that what you're doing is a part of healing for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. My day job, therapist, school counselor, and part of my plight and purpose that we talked about way back when was just others, adding to others and helping others get to that place and space in their lives to recognize their purpose and then be the best version of themselves.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And you're always such a ray of light, and nobody think you're in here shooting stuff down the way you be shooting it down.
I shoot it down. I like the big
on that
guns.
bullseye, you're killing it. All pretty, and all that.
Because we do that too. That's the too. You know, we don't only, show up as moms and wives. We can do this too. And that was the part where it wasn't just going to limit us. I said empowering us beyond the target. Because what else are we out here juggling and navigating?
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Miss Prea, we want to hear from you. So, tell us a little bit about your business and why you started it.
So I am a personal finance coach, and I am the founder of Reframe Financial Coaching. So at Reframe Financial Coaching, I help empower women transform their relationship with money. So I help them gain clarity and control of their finances so they can achieve their own personal definition of financial freedom. And I emphasize their own personal definition because all of us are unique. Each one of us is different. And so what may be important to me may not necessarily be important to you.
I love that because you used that word, and we talked about it when we were on the phone about the relationship part, because you have so many. I'm surrounded by individuals where this is their career path and what they've been, their expertise, I should say, when it comes to finances and money, and I love all the advice that they give. I actually have a financial advisor. But the part that I love about you and maybe some of the other people, especially women that I know in the business, is that word relationship. Because some of us have a toxic relationship with money. And so a person can come in and tell you everything that you need to do, how you need to do it, give the templates and the books and everything that you need to do. But if you don't speak to or help coach through or get therapy in reference to your relationship with money and how it started and what are some of the things that kept you from having a healthy relationship, we will end up back where you started. So
it can be cyclical. And so what I find, most of my clients, they were able to pay off their credit card debt at some point, but then they ran it back up again.
Girl.
We all been there. If you over a certain age and stage, you've been there. You've been there.
And that's because we didn't address the root cause of the problem. So if you grew up with a scarcity mindset, you'll always put limitations on your money, whether you do it consciously or unconsciously. So it's really important for us to go back to the beginnings of our formation and concept of money and how we formed our relationship with it.
I love it. I love it. And what does it feel like when you see that a person has a breakthrough? Not just doing what you said and their bank account is looking better and their credit is looking better, but that you can tell that there was a real true breakthrough or change that happened inside.
Oh my gosh. I get teary-eyed, and it makes me think of one client in particular where a lot of what I do is journaling with my clients. And she said, I could not for the life of me understand how journaling would help impact my finances. And she said, but now I can connect it, it all helps my overall well-being of it. And so when she said that to me and she realizes that she's making progress. Now, I'm not a magician, right? And so what we do, we'll take time.
It takes time
to rectify the situation. But she was like, I get it now. And she's making strides. So she's paying off the debt. She's starting to think and pause before she makes purchases. And she's starting to think long term. So it just makes me happy. And like I said, I get teary-eyed when, there is a breakthrough and they realize, wait, I can have a different life if I choose differently. Because it's all about the choices that we make.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's all about the choice.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love it.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
You want to be both. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I gotta check.
Right? Don't want to say too much. Give me a number.
Like,
Because, girl. I done paid mine off like 3 times.
I got you.
Last but not least, my boo, my girl, my homie. All y'all are, but this is my boo. Only because she's a board member on my organization. Let me just be quiet. You can introduce yourself.
No, you've been doing such a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, so I'm Desiree, and my business is Sister Scents Fragrance Bar. And what we do is we allow people to come in. They can custom scent candles, body butters, body scrubs, perfumes. You can bring food, you can bring drinks. We have games. Most of my games are culturally relevant. So we got Martin, we got Black Uno, Black Taboo, Black Charade.
All things black.
All things black. I got some regular games there too. But yeah, so my business started mainly because I had went to another place that does the same thing that I do. Loved the experience. Kept going back. I took like different groups of people. I took all my little dates back. I was like, hey, I was a little spot on county. But I wasn't using the products because they weren't natural. And so I was like, you know what? Let's bring it to, I wanted to bring it to the city, but I wanted to really bring it to my community. So I always say everybody's welcome there, but it was created specifically with Black women in mind. So we can have a space just for us. And so that's pretty much what it is. Like we be in there karaokeing, line dancing.
Y'all sure do. Y'all sure do.
Yes, like anything you can celebrate. We have team building events. I host events. I love collaborating with other small businesses.
We already there.
I will be reaching out to y'all because I think it's important to share like our audiences.
Yeah.
And this way we get to have that one-on-one experience. So somebody's like, oh, I'm looking for somebody to help me out with my money. Oh, my girl Prea got you.
Yes. That's what we do.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna protect it. Look,
Oh,
put your hand on my pocket.
Look, I already told her, I was like, oh, wait. I was talking to somebody about a girls shooting class.
We already there.
Yeah.
It's happening.
So
Let's
we
go.
been here.
So I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Prea, and then I'm gonna ask you as well. How does that feel, especially with your business? And you spend so much time with women, and you know that people, period. So we're not going to make this like we're the only ones going through anything. Men go through some things too, but they're not at these events.
Right.
But when you see the smile on somebody's face, or even someone that may have come in and sat down and they kept to themselves, or they were pretty quiet, and by the end of the day, it's a whole different thing going on. How does that make you feel? Because that means you're really making a difference in somebody's life.
So one thing, let me just get this off.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Is it that tissue?
Yes, sure.
All right. I work on
Okay.
it. Did you get that?
I didn't.
That's my little
Yeah, because I want somebody to tell me. I talked to somebody yesterday and I had salad. I go in the bathroom.
No.
could've told
Our
me
relationship
that.
is over after that. I'm done.
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
But for me, that's exactly like where I get my joy. So I always enjoy bringing people together to have a good time. I never thought that this would be the way I did it. But I love when people leave there, they tell me, how they feel. So I want to make them feel welcome. I want to make them feel seen and heard, and I want them to feel special. So usually what I do is when we first sit down, like I'll have some, like an event, nobody knows each other in here. It's like, all right, like, no, we got to break this up. So I'll go around and like, what's your name? Can you introduce yourself? And if it's a birthday party, then I need everybody to tell me what the birthday person means to you. If it's like a Valentine's Day event, okay, so what does this Valentine's Day, like, what does you being here, like, what does this moment mean to you? And that breaks the ice, and it makes them feel, more comfortable and vulnerable. We done had people in here crying all kinds of ways.
I believe it. I believe it.
And that brings me joy because that's my goal.
Yeah. Because it's not just about the service that you're providing as far as the individuals learning how to make a scent or create a scent. There are a lot of places that you can do that. But there's a big difference in your place. And I know for a fact from our own experiences, it is a difference. It feels like you are having a girls' day in your living room at your spot, and that's exactly what that feels like. And you make everybody feel welcome, no matter what's going on. That smile, and I say that, and we're gonna get to that too. But that smile never leaves you, and it's like no matter what you're going through, you still make sure that everybody feels comfortable. Same with you, because we were just together, and you had just experienced something, and you still had to. Yeah, that's right. What else is going on with me? See, this is when you know that you're real girls. Like, they not gonna let you just be
like white something. It's going.
I'm trying to clean my
It's going though. I can't look at that.
that's the thing. You don't want people to be looking like.
We can't edit that out.
Yeah,
like,
we're
it's
not
in
editing
there.
it out
And you
because
don't
that's
have
what
to- we got
sisterhood
you.
is. That's right. That's what sisterhood is.
Line up for you to Prea to
You
pick up.
can come past when I start sweating. But we were just together, and and not to put on the spot what you was going through, but you still had to do what you needed to do, and you did it with a smile. So, but back to the question of how does that make you feel when you know that you are there helping these women feel empowered and making a difference in women's lives who've never put a weapon in their hand at all, and may have even experienced some trauma because of those same weapons.
You're right in the space in which I was about to touch on. So just like you, when we're there in those rooms, everybody's there for some reason. And it's really different, but we unfortunately are often there due to some trauma. And that's a big space in which I'm going to expound on in said business because, like I said, my background is mental health. I'm a therapist as well. So definitely got to combine the two. Yeah. So when they're in there for whatever reason and we're talking, sometimes we got to say, okay, time, but we need to create those safe spaces. And it's a big, big part of what we do in that space is create that safe space. And they're just want to be heard, need to be validated. And I eat that up because that's just what I do already. So it's definitely like aha moments. It's just joyful. It's awesome that women can do that without the cattiness and just really feel safe and that they can take off the armor. And in this space, before we pick up said firearms and go shoot, that we're able to release that stuff. We release it there, then we go to the range and then we do that a little more. So it's amazing. They come back just more excited, like, okay, I can do this. Yeah. I can do this. And so that part is huge for me. Very exciting. I love it. I just never knew how much I would enjoy it, but it's also a service and it's an experience. I believe they come for the experience. Girls' night out, 60 plus women. I'm turning people away.
I can't
we
wait.
had no idea.
Can't wait.
We had no idea.
Wait.
So it's just been awesome. Something different.
So we're on purpose with Stacey J, right? So would you say that in everything that you ladies are doing that there is a sense of purpose that that, okay, you got to a point where you feel like or no, this is one of the reasons, because I believe there's more than one reason why we're placed here on this earth, but this is definitely one of the reasons why I'm here. And if you can relate to that, I would love to hear why and how.
So I think for me, it is. I am walking in my purpose now. Not saying that I wasn't necessarily walking in my purpose before, but and I share with you, Stacey, when we talk, my 9 to 5, like I'm in asset management and accounting, and so numbers come easily for me. And even though they come easily for me, I still had my own personal financial challenges way back when. And so I kind of circled back and I looked over my journey and I said, this is where I can make the biggest impact on women and on the world. And so just like you mentioned, Desi, the joy that you get from when your clients achieve a breakthrough, like I know, and it kind of confirms that I am walking in my purpose.
I love it. I love it. Because I would think, like we joked about, but, I was very serious. Like, yes, I've paid my debt off more than twice. So that there are people who they're not good with their numbers. So it has to be somebody on this earth that is good with their numbers that can help people like me. That's not my thing. Numbers are not my thing. None of that accounting, none of that is me. People are my thing, but numbers are not. So then you have somebody like you who it is and you're passionate about it. And you can approach people like me with your heart.
Yeah. And it's all about relationship building, because one of my clients had a financial coach before, and she said, I hated getting on those calls. I felt like I was getting cursed out every time I joined that call because she continued to spend. Where we were able to build that relationship. And now she says, hey, friend. So we just had that camaraderie going. And so when you have that safe space where they're comfortable to share and be vulnerable and transparent, then you can affect change.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you said that, because I was thinking when you first gave your introduction, the first thing that came to my mind is to ask you, how do you keep from being judgmental? Because sometimes when you have financial advisors or people that are helping you with your money, and everything, you tend to shy away from them and run from them because you're afraid of the judgment. For them to say that, oh, you still buying, you still going out to dinner 3 times a week, like with so much judgment. And I'm thinking like, I'm still going to go, but I just want to go without the judgment now, so I'm not going to call.
I gotta eat. That's my thing. I gotta eat. Like,
So I am very honest and direct with my clients. So I am going to say, you still going out? But like, there is no judgment. I have been where a lot of my clients been. I've been sued. My bank accounts have been garnished. Like, I've had the collection accounts. I went through Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And so I was a hot mess many moons ago.
look at you now.
Look at me now. Listen, that bankruptcy filing was a turning point. And I had 3 young girls at the time. And I just knew that I needed to begin building better money habits. And so a lot of what I teach my clients, I've personally been through. The affirmations, changing my mindset, dropping the limiting beliefs. All of that I had to work through myself. So I'm not just preaching to them, like I know where they come from.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
That really makes a big difference. So I want to switch it up just a little bit. And I'm going to ask you, Des, and then I'll circle back around to you other ladies. Some of the challenges that you have experienced, what was one of the greatest challenges you have experienced in the business? And it's twofold. Did you want to give up? Did you ever want to quit and give up? And what kept you checked in?
I would have to say my greatest challenge was having to go through a split. Because when I started, I had a partner who's my cousin. And we had been in it for about 2.5, like legitimately 2.5 years. And I just felt like we were going in different directions and the weight didn't feel even to me. And having to go through that and having people in your ear telling you like what you should do, how you should handle it. For me, I was like, I just wanted to be over with. And her condition was either I buy her out and I get to keep my name, or we split the funds and then I can't use the name. So I was like, I thought about it for a while. I was like, you know what? When I calculated what we had and what actually not even what her buyout was, because she accepted a less offer than I was willing to give her. But I was like, I just want this to be easy and over with. I'm not worried about it. I know I'll be okay. And I'm more than okay in the business. So that was like the greatest challenge for me also, because for me, so business is Chinese to me. I could do these parties all day. I can make some products all day. When it comes to the back end, and that's what I was kind of relying on her for.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, now I got to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
Now I have to actually do this. I got to read this stuff. So that was a huge challenge. And it still doesn't come easy to me. Like, I asked a million questions over and over again.
Yeah.
But I'm making it.
You're making it happen. And that you are. And I can relate to that because, like I said, I love the work that I do, people and all that great stuff. But I've never wanted to be. I always say I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. I never wanted to handle business and none of that. I just want to do the people stuff and going about my business. So it is new, and it is something that you got to be like, oh, okay, because we can't avoid it. Yeah. But we don't know what we don't know. So I think it's a blessing to have people in our circle that can help us with things that we don't know. So thank God you didn't give up, and I want to talk about how your business has evolved very swiftly since you did the split. But how the challenges, if any, and what kept you connected?
There are a plethora of challenges. Being a firearm instructor, I don't think I mentioned that I'm a certified firearm instructor. That happened in November, and it wasn't.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It wasn't on my list of things to do. However, starting a business, my instructor was like, "You might as well. You need to know what you don't know." And I'm one of those people, I just want to know. I need to be in front of it. I want to know the back end, the business, the under, the front, the party. That's me. When you do too much sometimes, but that's just who I am. Yeah. And I just want to know. Whether I do it or not, I feel comfortable. Just in case, I need to know if I had to step in and do this part, I can do that part too. The challenge is that it's only 7% women that are firearm instructors, and the percentage of African-American women, I don't know what that is, but that's it. So the challenge is being in a male-dominated field and being taken seriously, not because I'm here, oh, you're pretty, or Oh, just smile. No, I'm going to rack the slot. and you better move over.
Smile at the same time.
So that has been the largest challenge thus far. And it probably will continue to be. So my goal is to show up and set space, knowing what I need to know, and just standing firm in that I am an instructor. You're going to respect that. Yeah. Smile or no smile. So that's just what that's the world. And it's like, oh, do you know this? People are just messaging me weird stuff, just asking questions, just to see what I do know. And I don't know everything, but I'm going to learn it, and I am learning. And I always say I'm open to continue to learn. And my instructor partner over there is like, you need to teach me this, So I'm constantly learning, and so when you do see me shooting the ARs and the AKs, I'm like, what is this? How does this work? I want to know the ins and outs. So when I go shoot outside and, you see me on TV
yes, girl.
as Rambo.
Yes.
Look, the point is that's been the challenge, and it's probably going to stay the challenge with 7% only being female.
Yeah, but we love that you kicked open the door. You shot open the door, and you making space for other women.
I like challenges.
And it's very inspiring to us too, because I don't think that was never on my radar. And I've been to the range, but it was never on my radar to consistently go. I kept saying I want to go. But I'm definitely going to get back into going. And first of all, I love the name. I remember when you first shared it on social media and everything. I was like, yo, that speaks volumes. I love the name. I love it.
I love it.
I want to go back to the fact that your business has totally evolved so much. Like, it went from Sister Scents, and I know the candles and the scents, and the my body butters, right? My body butters. But Sister Soiree. What else? Is it Sister Soiree? Sister Scents. Sister Scent Soirees. And it's something else too, right? Is it just those two things?
Just those two.
But girl, you got people on tours. Tell them about the tours that come to your spot. You know how people are highlighting people on Instagram, like she getting shout outs all over the place on Instagram.
Thanks to my girl Fiona from Fiji Read It. She does like amazing content. So what had happened was Harriet's Bookstore does a trolley tour every year. If anybody has had a chance or have not had a chance, it is amazing. The conductor is all that. Like, when I tell you, she pours into everyone individually. It's so beautiful. So I had kept in contact with her because I was like, everybody just needs to experience you. So I want you to do something at my shop. And so during the time we were communicating, my best friend was sick and went to the hospital and wound up passing away. So I was like, you know what, Starfire, I was like, I don't have the capacity to plan anything, so let's just put it off. And then she reached out. She was like, well, what do you think about us putting your shop on a tour? I was like, yes, because then I didn't have to do anything. I'm already there. So when I tell you, every Saturday from March through May, because they extended it, I had a trolley load of amazing people come to that shop every week. We got to talk to them about the business. My daughter, her business is in the shop also. She's an esthetician. So she would come out and we would just get to talk to this group of women, and it's like you just get filled off of the energy. So when Fiona posted it, I had no idea. First of all, I had no idea she was an influencer. We were just in there buzzing it up. She never said anything or anything. So I was like, oh, girl, I'm going to follow you. I'm like, oh, I already follow you. She's like, I follow you too. Next thing I know, I got like a few hundred followers like within a week. And I was like, girl, I got to send you something. She's like, no, don't send me anything. She's like, just reshare it. So that's what happened. So a lot of people are still seeing that post and they still come. So the trolley tour has always been amazing. Like I said, if you get a chance to do it, definitely do it. I'm doing it on the 18th of April at 3 o'clock. So I'm trying to fill the trolley up. I'm trying to fill it up with my people.
We'll talk.
Yeah,
I definitely would do it.
Yeah, but that's been an amazing experience. Then I was able to go on Fox 29 the day before Thanksgiving. And like, I actually paid someone to do like a media training and everything. And then when I got there, like, I was so comfortable. And it's just like this. It's like, hey, look, this is what I do. We talk about our businesses all the time. So it was nothing for me to have to like think of answers because I'm literally talking about it all the time. Right. But even from that, I had people that came in, but then also like friends of the newscasters have reached out like, hey, I'm having something. I need you to come through.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So I've gotten like wholesale orders, a few team building. Just a lot has happened. And I think it was actually because of the split. Because I was able to do things without having to worry about whether my partner was going to agree or be on board. And so like everything just happens the way it's supposed to happen.
I love that. Prea, how would you say your business has evolved since the beginning up to date?
It's still evolving. I think the biggest thing for me is stepping out of the shadows. So, again, you and I discussed that I am really shy and I am an introvert. And so for a long time, it was me behind the scenes, be seen, not heard. And a lot of that stemmed from me losing both my parents by the age of 10. So when that happens to you really young, you just learn how to survive and you learn how to just not take up too much space, right? Wow. And so now that I started the business, I am out there. Really out there. I'm on this podcast. I'm out here.
Yes. Come on outside.
Yes.
And so it's still evolving. Just the marketing piece of it all is something that's foreign to me. So I may be good with the numbers, but marketing is like a whole new world. And so being open to the change is something that, we have to be comfortable with because it's going to change and it may be uncomfortable, but you have to be okay with discomfort.
Yes. Yeah. And that part is very important. So would you say that, and I'm going to ask all of you ladies this question, where does confidence or how does confidence play when it comes to business and in our personal spaces? What impact has confidence played? Well, I'm saying that right now. What impact? But how does confidence impact how you move and how you operate with business?
I think with anything in life, mindset matters. And especially, I teach that to my clients in personal finance. So if you have any limiting beliefs, you have to drop them. Now, again, it's easier said than done. But when I wake up in the morning, I have affirmations or mantras that I say. And I do try to take some quiet time, but I also like to sleep. So sometimes it conflicts. But just pouring into yourself and just believing that you can, because there's a lot of outside noise. So as long as you have that belief within, you'll be fine. And surround yourself with women that will pour into you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're about to be my life coach.
I know, right?
I need all that.
You need all that?
Yes. Awesome.
Confidence. Let's talk confidence, ladies. Or imposter syndrome. Does that play a role?
You speaking on some other stuff. I can go. Like, I'll always go. So I'm the opposite of Prea, where I am not an introvert.
She is not.
I think I'm the middle.
I grew up as my mom's only child. I do have siblings from my dad. Those are my sister that I spoke of. So when you talk about confidence, I was reared and encouraged and pushed out to you can run the world. And I can do anything except for fly. I still think I can. Some days you see me out here running, jumping, doing the most, right? So, but there's a thing where people that you run into who, you just too confident, or, you a little cocky. There's a thin line. There's a thin line. I think that I'm not going to dull my shine or just shrink for the likes of your comfortability. And that piece you spoke on about being comfortable or being comfortable with being uncomfortable, that's where we find the breakthrough. And as I continue to walk into my purpose, my plight, when I believe people are my purpose out here, just that, and what I do is always in some resource or giving or the service that I provide. The confidence piece is huge. I don't necessarily struggle from it, but sometimes in my current age and stage, it's like, I don't want to be the leader. I don't want to raise my hand, because I had to learn to be on a team. Even though I could raise my hand, I know the answer. I learned that in actually grad school when I was becoming a therapist, that you have to listen. I listen for a living.
Yeah.
Talk a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm able to listen, receive it. I know everybody's name because it's just a thing. Yeah. So that I can know that you're special. Children don't like when you don't know their name. You forget their name. You think they're somebody else. People don't either. Yeah. So I do that on purpose so you are special. I do remember you. I remember you too. I didn't formally meet you. So confidence is huge, but it's not always easy. Hence, loving Lakeisha. Another
Yeah.
story, another show.
Loving Lakisha. Yeah, we're gonna have a whole nother episode on that, and that's a promise. That's definitely a promise.
Yes.
And what I'm watching you, and you have such a light about you, and you always have, and it's a blessing because I feel like this area is just lit. It's just lit up because of all of your energy, your smile, and your presence, and it's nothing like walking in a room and being the light. And you definitely, and how I met all of you was very interesting, but how I met these two, I'm out at social events, and then we get to talking like we girlfriends, and there's music blasting and everything going on, and we don't even hear two in different times, and we talk for the longest time.
And I was at work.
And she was at work. She was working. She was bending. I was partying.
So was I probably. I definitely was.
I'll be partying when I'm Y'all see me out.
But I'm saying that to say that if anybody or any woman is watching this, and if you're not a girl's girl, and I know there are a lot of women who say, I don't fool with women, I don't deal with women, and I understand that because there are different experiences that people have that push them into that place. But my prayer for these women and for you, if that's your case, if that's the case for you, is that you find a way to open up yourself and be your own light, so you can continue to attract more light. Because what happens is, like, none of this was just by chance. It wasn't a coincidence. I met you through got my little god sister Anissa, who she absolutely loves and adores you and same, and she's never going to put somebody in my space who she doesn't see the value in. That's just who she is. And then when we had the opportunity to talk, I could feel the energy. I think you could feel the energy. And that's just, I'm just saying that all to say that it's such a blessing. And don't dim your light. Don't let nobody dim them lights, because people be trying to dim the lights sometimes. Be trying to turn them lights down, and that's something that we just won't ever do. And I'm so thankful. I just got to say that because I feel overwhelmed with that right now. So I just had to get that out. That's not even something I normally do on the show, but I'm watching you light up. You lit up. While she talking, you all like, she talking, you all like.
And you're in the right space, and this is where you need to be. Those women that I just really hate that for us. Like you said, I so hate it. I'm like, you with the wrong women.
You're with the wrong women.
That's it.
So what would you say, and I was going to ask, what has entrepreneurship taught you about yourself, but I want to say, what has your journey to date taught you about yourself? When you think about, there's so much we don't know about each other at all. I could know you for 20 years, and still will be so much I don't know. You know your own journey. You know your story. What has your journey to date taught you about yourself?
So for me, I can do hard things and be unapologetically Prea. So as you mentioned, don't be afraid to take up space.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to shine. Step out of the shadows and just share your brilliance with the world. So that's been it for me.
You know why? Because people are waiting on it. So I want to say that my son used to say that to me when he would always try to get me to do something like this, the podcast. He's been trying to get me to do this for years, the podcast and other stuff. And he'd be on the phone or in my face like he my coach. Mom, the world is waiting on you. Come on, Mom. You don't even know you got it. Go ahead, son. You got it. I was like, what is it?
Yes, you got it. He's right.
But you my son. I gave birth to you. You be thinking you supposed to say that. But he would be so serious. And I think that that's something that we have to remember, that because of our purpose, there are people waiting. There are people that you've already touched, but there's still more people that are waiting to get the opportunity to be at the range with you and network and build with and learn from Lakisha, loving Lakisha from She Shoots Too. Come near, let the hair down as Sister Soiree, and learn more about how we can have a better relationship with our money and not feel so bad about it, not have a toxic relationship with it, a more of a healthy relationship. So people are waiting on that. So I'm glad that we're stepping up.
I believe that, because I feel like it's all a part of the path. Like, I never thought about running a business. Like, everything it comes in our path, whether good or bad. It's because we need it, or we need to be the vessel for somebody else, right, that needs it. So for me, I would have never seen myself here. but I'm glad I'm here. And like, I know I belong here everywhere I am. Like I said, the good and the bad, whatever is going on, like, I know I need it for something.
Yeah.
So, all right, this what God put on you.
Yes.
All right, dog, this what we doing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to.
Was there any experiences or situations in your life that you can say truly shaped you? Like something that could be silent, can be happening internally and silently that other people don't see or know and won't even be able to say about you because they're like, no, I would have never thought that, but that it shaped you and changed you in such a loud and bold way. And it may not be for you, but
I'm having moments over here. It's and all the on purpose. I know we talked a lot about purpose when we did have one of those first conversations, and I'm smiling at the same time. I'm like, oh, do I do this? Do I go here? But I'm gonna go here. And I had a moment yesterday because I lost some people recently in my space. However, I'm such a giver. I do it freely. I love to do it. I pay it forward at the supermarket, stuff like that. But sometimes those strong people, those givers, you know, loving Lakisha is about pouring into me and putting me first. Sometimes I just don't want to be strong. I just want to, can you give me a hug? Yeah. Mom, can you make me a grilled cheese? Like just sometimes so no one would know. And even oftentimes, oh, you good, you got it, you strong girl, you running the world. I want your life. I just want to go over here and shut up and be quiet.
We're all up in that corner.
Yes, and just, you know, not come outside today and grilled cheese and applesauce.
So do you do that when you feel that? Do you do it?
I didn't yesterday. It was a struggle day. And no, I got up and I had to go somewhere and I went and I had a session. I was a therapist. I had a session at 11 o'clock, a new person, a new guy. And no, I got it together. I had breakfast at the office and a new office that's coming soon. Awesome. And I had the session and just even being able to hear him. I talked to myself about, girl, you need to just go back in the house. And I did. So after the session, I went home, I got in the bed, and just took some time for me. So no one knows that. They just really think that, you know, I'm Wonder Woman. Yeah. I'm not.
Because that's what we do, right? We show up looking like all is well. We don't show up looking like what we be going through, what we go through. And so I think those are prices that we pay and that we have to be mindful because no one else is going to be mindful. So that means we have to be mindful that we have to do something about that, that we have to be conscious that if I know that my tank is getting empty, what am I going to do about it? Because the takers are going to take as long as I'm willing to give. And even the times that I don't give, the takers are still going to take. So we got to be able to set the boundaries so you can't get, I'm not even trying to give right now. Stop trying to take my stuff from me.
So true.
I just had to do that last night. I went to this floating sound bath, which was amazing. And so when I came home, I was like, I'm going to take me a bath and I'm just going to hold on to this. I didn't return calls or anything. So then somebody called me and they started to go into like their conversation. I was like, no. I was like, I'm not right there right now. I want to hold on to what I got. I was like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Because I was like, I'm not ready for all of that.
Oh, awesome. I'm proud of you.
Boundaries. That's so good.
I'm proud of you.
That's so good.
Yes, 'cause
Yes.
that's not easy to do.
No.
It's easy to do not disturb, which I do every day, all day long. Very
All
easy.
day.
All day.
All silent.
This is true because I was like, I called you.
That's my version of boundaries. I'm going to change, though. I'm going to change, Prea. Don't judge me. I'm going to change. So I'm getting a little head nod. So before we go, I'm going to ask you ladies to just write down real quick one word that speaks to where you are now. You had your word when you checked in today. As you do your checkout, what's your word as we check out? You all have to come back. Y'all coming back, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You gotta come back. Sometimes that time just flew. What's your word as you check out today?
Cover your word, Prea. So I'm
I'm like, oh man. I know.
And real quick, as we do that, before you share your word, anything you got coming up, anything you want the people to know?
Absolutely. We have Guys Night Out coming up at the range. I know it's a She Shoots too, but our partner with Trained and Ready is March 27th. We want to see if the guys can come out and show up because we shut the range down. It was 60 of us.
Come on.
So it's March the 27th, 6 to 8. You can shoot the AKs, the ARs.
Can the single women come and watch?
That might be a take.
You might have to do like a singles.
Yes. I got a thumbs up. We can do
I
it.
like to see a
We can
man
do
shoot
it.
now. Come on now.
That's happening. I think I'm gonna make my birthday party also just a co-ed.
I like that.
I love
So
it.
that's June 5th. So thank you so much for that plug. I appreciate that. I was ready. Yes. TrainingReady.com.
Where can I find you? Where can they find you?
They can find me on She Shoots Too. That's an S on the shoots.org. That's where I can be found. I'm on social media. Of course, obviously, love Lakisha. It's just gonna be me. But this has been really dope. I'm so excited about the progression of all you ladies sitting here.
Thank you. What you leaving us with today? What you got going on?
So what we have coming up is March 29th. We have the Wind Down, which I'm co-hosting with the young lady I met at Pilates class.
Awesome.
She's a sommelier. This is our second time doing this. And then in May, I always have a Mother's Day brunch, but last year we started on the Saturday before Mother's Day. We have an event called Light Her Love, which is for people who've lost their moms so that they can still honor and celebrate their mother.
Love it. I love that.
Yes.
You know I love that.
Yeah.
Prea. what you got going on? What you leaving us with today?
Oh my gosh, what do I have coming up? So March 28th, I am hosting a holistic wealth conference. It's a 1-day conference, and I'm bringing in experts from across the country. So we have a burnout coach coming. We have someone that is a clinical trauma specialist because we're going to be talking about mental health. I'll also have a whole wealth panel where we're bringing in an estate attorney, a financial advisor, and a real estate broker. And I also have a pastor coming in to ground us spiritually. So one of my big things, and I may have alluded to this, is that when you are considered wealthy, that means that your spiritual well-being, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and your finances are all working together.
Yes.
So I wanted to start having that conversation because I think that is something that we miss.
Yeah.
We feel like if we are doing well financially, but, spiritually, we're in the toilet, we're not really wealthy.
Very true. Because one is going to end up, that one that's not healthy is going to end up making other things unhealthy. So I totally agree with that.
Yes. So that is happening March 28th
Awesome.
at the Hyatt Riverfront in Wilmington, Delaware.
Yes, girl. All right. Thank you. Before we go, put up your word. Just share your word real quick and go on round table. Prea, your word is
Community.
because
this was just a sisterhood.
Yes.
So I love the energy and I'm just happy.
Oh,
Yes.
I gotta give you a hug. I'm gonna get my hug.
I know. Like, oh,
So sweet.
and I love that name, Prea.
Thank
It's
you.
wonderful. Where you at, Tess?
I'm at Joyful.
You're Joyful.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is same as Prea. Like, this is community. This is just a girl's day in.
Yeah.
Yes. No, guys.
I think I cheated and changed my word because I wrote grateful because the experience, but this is such alignment. I didn't want to use purpose again. I want to say purpose, but this is we are where we're supposed to be right here in this moment, and it's just overwhelmingly awesome.
Absolutely. I love
I had a lot of words, but
alignment and grateful. We'll go with that. Well, thank you, ladies. Thank you once again. And I can't wait to have you back. I can't wait to try to attend the every last one of these events. I know y'all even got way more going on. So we're going to bring you back. And thank you. We are signing off. Bye, guys.
this is so dope.